If you are a man and you feel if you feel like an empowered woman is taking away from your masculinity, then you're not much of a man. I'm lucky to have a fan base in India, so I want to say hi to all of them and thanks for the support over the years. Thank you. At 31 years of age now, it was the first time in my life, even after having worked on a show that was so focused on mental health and mental health awareness, that I realized I needed help. I needed someone to talk to. Struggling with depression and anxiety and things of that nature. Get emotional talking about it.
Hello everyone, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Speak Easy. My guest today is extremely talented and also an actor who's been doing so many different things. You can't box him. Not at all. I'm talking about the wonderfully talented Christian Navarro. Hello, welcome to Zoom TV.
Hello, Rajani. It's nice to be here with you, and I'm lucky to have a fan base in India, so I want to say hi to all of them and thanks for the support over the years. Thank you.
Absolutely. I meant when I said in the intro that I think, when actors do something wonderfully well, people assume that that's the formula to go ahead and do more things like that. You've very successfully now managed to do different things in between, post certain reasons why. And I think that's definitely not an easy thing for an actor, isn't it?
No, but that's the challenge, I think, is to find new ways to challenge myself, but also present myself to an audience and keep them entertained and wanting to see more from me. So that was part of the reason I said yes to this job. It was so different from 13 Reasons Why.
Of course, the love keeps coming to you. But as an actor, have you been able to detach yourself from a show like that? That kind of also gave you your massive fandom, your love, and eventually wanted to move on. Has that happened?
I think well, first of all, you catch lightning in a bottle with a show like 13 Reasons Why, right? No one who worked on that show expected it to be the success that it was, and to take on the sort of global awareness that it took on. So it's not difficult to move on from it because I don't want to move on from it. I'm very happy to have gathered those fans who are happy to see me continue in my career. I think I'm excited at the prospect of bringing other characters to life and showing people that I can do a lot more. So I'm always just looking forward to the next challenge and to the next opportunity, really. So I really love the fans from 13 Reasons Why all over the world. They've been incredibly supportive and have championed me in ways that I can't even begin to express. So they'll always be close in my heart. I just hope to bring them along as I continue to grow and make more work.
I'm sure they will because you're a wonderful actor and you are so good in the show, as you are in this particular movie as well. Now, here's an observation that I made, and please correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like you're extremely comfortable picking up roles that has female characters that are in the lead, that are strong, powerful, and they have stories to tell. Of course, certain reason why is being one, but I also feel like you gravitate towards that. You picked up a rom-com where, of course, you had a wonderful part to play, but again, it was a very interesting movie to be a part of. And this again, of course, Sister Anne is the focus, and you're, of course, a driving force in it. Tell me if my observation is right and your reasons for it.
Well, I think it's not something that I am conscious of. I think it's circumstance and a bit of luck that I've been gifted these roles that really showcase empowered women. I was raised by empowered women. I have three younger sisters. My mother is a cop in New York City. My grandmother is the strongest woman I know. And to me, it is one of the greatest honors of my life to be able to do something that my younger sisters, that my mother can look at and identify with and feel proud of. And I'll say about this film, there's always talk, dissenting voices can often be the loudest, right? And so people are upset sometimes that the focus of this movie is a woman, that the marketing is a woman. And to that I say, if you are a man and you feel if you feel like an empowered woman is taking away from your masculinity, then you're not much of a man. So I hope to continue to showcase that in any way that I can. So yeah, I'm proud of it as well.
Here. Louder for the rest in the back, I guess. Imagine if women just completely refused to do films so where they are not given the meatiest role. I mean, on that note, coming and focusing here, your character is very interesting because, he has his own set of traumas and why he became Father Dante. He brings it along, yet I think he's trying to also help, and in a way without trying to be overpowering or without trying to save her. Um, Tell me about that.
I was drawn to Daniel Stam, our director. He and I had conversations before, during, and after, and I love the duality of Father Dante. He's from the streets. He comes from a gangland sort of environment, and he makes this very clear decision to deviate from that and to seek help because of his sister, to try and help and save his sister. And to me, that was very interesting. Someone who maybe not necessarily was called to the priesthood and called to studying exorcism, but called in the traditional sense, but felt that it was his duty to help his family. And for me, family is very important. And so I gravitated towards that aspect. And in regards to Sister Anne, I think one of the lovely things about their relationship is that he does not try to save her. In fact, he is seeking her help to save himself and to save his family. So I think it's unique in that regard, and it's certainly very interesting to play off of someone like Jackie, who's just incredibly talented herself.
That is also discussing a horror film that is discussing whether, um, is it truly a spirit that has been possessed, or is it just a mental health issue?
Sure.
Or, are we? It's very interesting because there is always a debate about a lot of people who don't believe in the presence of, you can say the mystics, who don't believe in that completely, and they think only science can help. And yet, the movie very interestingly kind of brings up that subject and tries to have that argument. It was wonderful again because, you question things as you go in the process of submitting yourself to the role. I want to know if that happened to you, Christian. What did you think of that debate that the movie itself actually raises?
I think one of the smartest casting decisions for this film was bringing in Virginia Madsen to play the doctor and to really give us that opposing viewpoint, right? Because I think I think science explains a hell of a lot, but there are some things that cannot be explained as of yet. Maybe one day we will be able to explain certain things, but as of yet, there are no explanations for a few things, right? And so to dive into that and play in that world a little bit, it asks questions of the audience that I think on the car ride home they'll be thinking about, and I appreciate that. I had an acting teacher who said, "You want to make movies for the car ride home." I think this is one of those. It'll stir up some conversations amongst people on the ride back. So I'm right there with you. I think it's really interesting.
What did you think? Which side are you on? Let me put it there. Let
I
me go
don't.
there.
I don't know.
Because I know you're a thinking actor. I know you've thought about this.
Sure. I have, and what I've thought is that I don't know enough to know, right? So I think it's a doorway into. I think the supernatural is a doorway that you have to open, and once you open, you can't close it. And I'm not interested in opening it. So I'll play it on TV and in the movies, but I won't dabble in real life.
This is exactly what my answer is. I'm like, I don't want to piss them off.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm with you on that. I know it is still difficult, but you did open about your own depression.
Sure.
And you are now so open about it, and you've encouraged therapy because you're a part of it and all of that. I want to know how that phase was for you, because I think for many who are watching, I feel like that will give them a lot of strength when you see their favorite people, or when you see actors like you being comfortable talking about your flaws and your own journey.
I think everyone should seek mental health if you feel like you need it. I think that men generally shy away from it. I know certainly Latino men, it's not something that is talked about, how you're feeling. And at 31 years of age now, it was the first time in my life, even after having worked on a show that was so focused on mental health and mental health awareness, that I realized I needed help. I needed someone to talk to, struggling with depression and anxiety and things of that nature. I think it's probably one of the most important things I'll ever do is to speak up on it and encourage other people to seek help if they feel like they need it from services like BetterHelp, which I work with. I think you begin to live a sort of second life when you come to terms with the fact that you have issues and everyone has issues and you need to resolve those things. Your relationships become stronger, you become stronger. And I feel very lucky that I had a support system that allowed me to be honest and open and seek help.
I think it's wonderful. Christian, you had your own journey as well, right? I mean, you've done so many roles before that. I actually took a picture of this just to remind you that you had put this picture out, and I think it's beautiful because from your Instagram, 11 years ago, time flies in drama school, right?
Yeah, those are some of my best friends still to this day. Yeah, feels like a
It's
world ago.
there's also you write your captions with so much of heart in them because we got lost in a frozen forest and then made art, and that's beautiful. Is that how you feel?
I feel incredibly lucky to have met the folks that I've met, specifically at Rutgers Mason Gross, my drama school. Some of my best friends for life, some of the most honest, caring, empathetic people. And I'm finding as I get older that you don't get to choose your family, but the family that chooses you seems to matter a little bit more, right? And these people have chosen me as their family. I get emotional talking about it because I feel very blessed to have them hold me up. I've had the same group of friends for, God, 12 years now or something like that. It's college. But I love them very much, and they know that.
Wonderful. I'll end by asking this question to you. Christian, you've come a long way, right? And you hustled as well. I want to know what were the few things, the few problematic things that you had to face during auditions before that now doesn't happen to you. You know, you're a proud Puerto Rican man as well, but you know that representation here hasn't been always this hunky-dory. I want to know how that worked out.
Well, I think there's a misconception amongst people that you do a movie, you do a TV show, and then things are easy. It's not. I have to fight for every role. I have to fight to get in every room. I think the color of my skin matters less now than it ever did, but it still matters. And I'm still trying to fight against that. And I can only hope that every job I take, I prove to. That's the deal. You have to continue to prove yourself every job. It's not like other fields where if you're great, you get the promotion. This is, you constantly have to continue to prove that you are worth the time and the money and the energy that it takes to put up some of these productions. So the obstacle is the job, but that is what I love doing. So I think to anyone out there who wants to do this, you got to have a tough skin, but also you got to believe in yourself more than anyone else believes in you. And if you can do that every day, if you can get up and be your biggest champion, then it doesn't matter what comes or what doesn't come, you'll be prepared for it. So I hope, if anything, people can take that away from my journey thus far. And I'm just at the beginning, so I hope to continue to do this for many years and to continue to make projects that affect people and help people.
You truly inspire us. You truly inspire me, Christian. That's wonderful. I'm sending so much more love your way and more power to you for the film and otherwise. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you.
I don't know if you've seen Indian films, but I'm hoping that you collaborate with one if you get a good one.
Hey, man, just send the contract my way. We'll see about it. Thank you.
We would love to see one. But do you know any Indian actors or films? Just
I have
while
never
we're
met
going.
any. No, I have never met any Indian actors. I mean, I'm sure it would be an incredible experience. This kid from the South Bronx being in India, I think that would be amazing. But that's for down the road. One thing at a time.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Have a
Christian.
great day.
Sending you
Thank you.
lots of love.
Thank you very much.
I
I
hope you
appreciate
had
it.
fun.
I did always. Thank you.